All right, all right, all right. What is up, C10 Nation? How about a little Get Down love? That's right, a little bonus. Sitting down with the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Big Cat, Dino. We're going to talk about this year's 2021 11th annual Get Down. Looking forward to it. Can't wait. November 12th and 13th, Glendale, Arizona. Just like we've been able to do with some of the previous shows, the intervention, C10's in the park, C10 Fall Revival. Now we've got the Get Down. Some bonus action for you. We're going to sit down with Dino and talk all things Get Down. Don't forget, I did a retro release with Renee, the C10 King Martinez. Here's the deal. Sometimes the pod only carries so many, let's say, for example, iTunes, they go 100 deep. Well, this was episode 5, so you got another 150 or so to go to get all the way to number 5. So it's cool to drop a retro release every now and then. So that's what we did with Renee, episode 5, the OG, and did a little retro release. So you can go back and check that one out. That was the last drop. We've got some kick-ass gear we're working on. We're going to have some stuff for you at the Get Down, C10 stuff, OBS stuff. We're working hard over here, keeping the content coming. Up next, you got the C10 Fall Revival, Oakboro, Tennessee, October 22nd, 23rd, 2-day show now. So we talked about that with the fellas. I won't be making it out there this year, but I highly recommend it. If you're in the area, put it on your list. Get out there. 2-day show. I'll be headed up to SEMA. We'll be up there the first few days. Johnny Oro and myself, Johnny G, some of the guys. John's got the prom queen, and that's going to be in the United Pacific booth. We are also going to continue the tradition, C10 Nation Day. C10 Nation Day, if you're up, if you're around, if you are going, it's going to be a limited capacity this year. Really not limited, but I feel like a lot less than normal. But that might be a good thing. Might be a little bit more elbow room and move around room, and might be able to talk to people a little bit longer than you normally would. So I'm looking forward to it. SEMA 2021, we're headed up there, and we are going to continue the tradition. We will have C10 Nation Day, United Pacific booth, Central Hall, Wednesday, 11 a.m., C10 Nation Day. Keeping the tradition alive. Looking forward to it. So if you're there, if you're at SEMA Wednesday, come on by, say hi, see what's going on. I am so interested to see how big or small SEMA is going to be this year. And then back to Arizona for the granddaddy, the 11th annual Chevy Only Get Down. It is going to be on, and it is going to be huge. I'm assuming the biggest Get Down ever. So it's kind of funny. You got SEMA, smaller, Get Down, bigger. All right? Less restrictions. Here we go. So let's jump into the episode with Dino. As always, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support. Have a great week, guys. Late. Here we go. Here we go. The one, the only, the Big Cat himself. Dino, what's up, my brother?
Nothing much. How you guys doing?
We're hanging tight, brother. Hanging tight. Getting ready for the 11th annual. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen so fast. You know better than me how fast it's going to happen. Let's put it out to the world and let them know about the biggest, the baddest, the raddest, the one and only Dino Chevy Only. It's going to be huge, right? It's going to be bonkers.
I'm telling you, it's after the events that I went to this year, you know, SCTN, C10 intervention, and then of course C10's in the park. I knew that, you know, those are all, you know, super exciting shows, and they're just stepping up their games. And I knew that we had to bring it. So it's going to be Broughton.
Nice. It's going to be Broughton, not rotten. Let's do it. Let's rock it. Let's roll it. Let's have a good time. All right. So what, let's tell the world, you know, the people are coming from all over, just like usual. They're looking forward to it. Obviously, one of the biggest caveats I noticed this year is that SEMA just isn't SEMA, right? So a lot of companies, a lot of people are really looking to showcase their builds, their products, everything. And they're going to do it right here in our backyard.
Yeah, that is. I mean, honestly, that's super exciting because, you know, listen, I love SEMA and I'm going to miss that part of it. But at the same time, you know, it's unraveling. And so we got a chance to even be in that same limelight about somebody saying, well, if we're going to not go to SEMA, we're going to go over to Dino's. And it's huge. I mean, this year, you know, November 12th and 13th, Friday and Saturday again, we're going to actually bring a whole new level. I mean, we have enough parking this year. Obviously, we're going to be able to get 2,500 trucks in, and we also have a little overflow parking. We just had a meeting with Westgate last week, so we got some exciting stuff like that. We have better trailer parking this year too. There's a couple different guidelines that we have to watch out. Of course, obviously, you can't drink in the parking lot. There's no tailgating, no pop-ups. I get that part, and I know that's kind of blew that, but that's why we have it in this district that we have it. So there's enough activities and drinking and fun stuff that you can go in and have a good time and then come back out and enjoy the show. You know what I mean? And, I want everybody to have a good time. And like I said, unfortunately, there are some guidelines to, this event being where it's at. You know what I mean? So, of course, where it's an alcohol-free, a good time event, and that part of it, we're not saying that you can't get your swerve on. You just got to go into those designated areas to have a good time. And Ronnie, the truth is, the reason why this event, and I've said this a lot of times, and I don't mean to be redundant, the reason why this event works so well is because the people respect the event so much. I mean, honestly, like the people that come to this event want this to continue. So actually everybody just has a great time. And yeah, there's a couple of little guidelines and some rules, but hey, it's worth it to have an event at this caliber, at this kind of caliber of what we're doing now. And it's still free, even though that, people can't believe it. It's 9:00, you line up, and mostly we usually open a little bit earlier than 9, but I mean, that's the little secret. But I mean, line up 9, we're going to have you in the parking lot, line up. We'll kind of like snake it up so we don't impede traffic. We open it up, and it's, except for if you have one of these chips, if you get one of the, the chips, and you can park in the top truck parking, which I'm not going to be the only one handing out. I told you I got some for you, Sam, John, some other guys from out of town that we're going to give some of those chips to, and to get some of these trucks in these areas that are going to be, super high profile trucks. At the same time, it's what you dig. So a guy built something in his backyard, didn't have to be a $300,000 truck. This has to be something bitching that we dig, and hey, let them park, bring them in. And that's what this has all been about. It's not just about top dogs. It's about all of us that just really like it's just enjoy the trucks.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, at this point, 11 years of bringing us together, and you continue to do it. We always kind of like to say it's the family reunion with the family you love, and the class reunion with the homies that you love, and some that you haven't seen in a long time. You talked a little bit about some of the stipulations, the alcohol and stuff like that. What's the word this year on the mask? I know last year everybody did a great job, masked up. I mean, absolutely made it happen. Follow the rules. It's really crazy too to think back, because we had kind of a lull. They made it, happen, and then it kind of spiked right up. And I think, and we don't need to rehash last year because it was a success, but it was touch and go there for a little while. So this year, any stipulations?
No, we're good. No mask. We're all set. Only the only time you have to wear a mask is if you see a Ford. Then you just have to put a mask on.
Or we'll put masks on the Fords. Maybe we put masks on the Fords.
Yeah, or if the 2 Dodge guys show up, then you have to wear a mask. But no, the truth is, honestly, no, we're open with that. And like I said, we had a great meeting with the venue. They gave us some new, we have, last year we had some trailer parking in front of the hotel, which now is going to change. But I put security in the trailer parking. Of course, Thursday night is vendor setup. And we're going to have some assigned times that we're going to need the bigger guys coming in on Thursday. And then I'll get everybody involved with that and the vendors. And then that goes till about, 6 o'clock. And then we'll have security that night to watch everybody's stuff. If you have a diamond ring or a Rolex watch, please don't put that in your booth. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're like, hey, somebody,
Yeah, don't leave the keys in your truck.
Yeah, I mean, so if you're in the vendor spot, you don't have to have, we're going to have good security. And then also for the trailers, we're going to put we're going to put a security guy there. Now, this year is super exciting because we have a huge amount of vendors coming this year. And, we have 6 diesel trucks, and I don't want to give away all the top guys, but I mean, we have some,
semis, you're saying big semis,
semi truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we're gonna have it set up really cool. And one of the things that Terry has been a huge part of this. So one of the things that we kind of threw down was we kind of want to. It's always hard because they're like, "Hey, where's my booth? Where am I at?" All this kind of stuff. And the truth is, There is a little, classman on this thing. If you're a senior and you've been to every one of these events, you're going to be a little bit, in some of these areas that you should be in. And if you're a freshman, hey, maybe you're not going to have that solid piece, but we want to respect those guys who supported like yourself from, day two, like when it wasn't in my backyard and we went to my event and that kind of stuff. But the truth is we're going to put all the apparel with the apparel. We're going to put all the wheels with the wheels, all the brakes, and we have a super good lineup. So if you have C10 questions, looking for parts, all kinds of people, honestly, like I said, we have everything from, exhaust to chassis to, motors to anything that you're going to want to see for your C10 truck. It's going to be represented here with great vendors, and we're super excited about it.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. I mean, I know that that's something I've been talking to you about in the layout. So the vendors will come in on Thursday. So you guys out there listening, you'll come in, you're going to get specific instructions. I assume you're probably going to send us an email, or how is that communication?
Yeah. Terry will start to send out information on times. Like, it's going to be pretty easy. If you have a big trailer on Thursday, we're going to need you to be in between, and this is not, don't write this down, right now, but it'll be like 8 to 12. We're going to get all the big ones. Now, also Thursday night, Big Tray 5 party. That's a really good fun time. You can't miss that. And those guys, honestly, if you guys know Tray 5 and Kenny Shop, that's, one of the premier builders in the country. Those guys really work hard and they put out a great event. So then, and that's only a short distance. I mean, you could literally stagger there. It's so close. Then Friday morning, bright and early, we're going to give some assigned times for these semi trucks to come in, and these guys that are bringing some, some bigger trailers in. So we have to stretch it out, but I don't want to kind of give away the layout because it's pretty sick this year. I think everybody will dig it. And then around all these top vendors, we're going to be able to put all of our top trucks in there. So it's really going to be, I think it's going to be pretty epic. I mean, listen, is it hard to cruise? Is it hard to beat C10's intervention cruising downtown? Man, that's a tough one to beat, man. That was a good time. But at the same time, like I said, all these events have done nothing but promote the program for trucks to go through. I was just watching Mecum auction. I was watching the trucks going through and all these auctions. And it's just good for business.
Yeah. It's good for everybody. And it's all, really what it's all about is getting together with your homies and the people. Somebody wants a shirt. They can't make it this year. They want to, some gear. What are they thinking? Because, they don't want to wait and then it all sell out. So can they jump on, ASAP and get a shirt or a hat or a sticker?
Yeah. So that's a good question. So Dino Chevy Only, Chevy Only.shop. That's back up again. It took us a while with the pandemic and everything we went through to get that back up. We're back up and we're rolling. I mean, we have been, I'm very humbled and I thank you for all the support. Now, here's what I want you to understand is everybody will get an adventure, not a problem. If we pre-ordered a big order and those just went out, and then we'll have a ton of all the right sizes this year there, and plus a full line of all the Chevy Only stuff that we do. But after the fact, we're going to run another order. So if anybody needs, and they didn't get a shirt, absolutely, that's not going to be an issue. So, and of course, like I said, a hat or whatever, you understand this too, apparel's been kind of challenging and the hats have been really hard to get. I mean, and I think that you probably understand that a lot of people don't get it, but a lot of the hats, I think we've bought a lot of hats and they've been hard to keep in stock, but we're doing the best we can to keep everything. This year, I got something pretty cool, dude. I got to tell you, I went to some car shows and everybody, trying to think of different things that you're doing. And so this year I made a limited run of C10 umbrellas because, a lot of chicks don't want to put that hat on their head, or you want to make sure that, and plus sometimes that sun's out there or whatever. So I made something a little bit different this year. I wasn't going to tell anybody, but I come up with some different things. I made some C10 capes, some Chevy Only capes that one year, but this year I made a big run of umbrellas. And they're super, they're affordable. They'll be at the event, but that's kind of one of those things that you can get, your mom or girl or whatever that doesn't want to wear a hat,
I just realized you said the word affordable. I don't even know if you're allowed to say that. Affordable. I think they're reasonably priced. They're good value, great value.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say affordable. Yeah.
Yeah. Everything I have is actually, it's a great value. There's no doubt.
It's a great value. Okay. So if you want a shirt, you can get a shirt. You said Dino's Chevy Only .shop or
.shop.
Okay, .shop. We'll make sure. So for you guys out there listening, and girls and mamas, Dino's Chevy Only .shop, and you can grab yourself some Get Down gear. How about those legendary trash cans? Any word on that? I know last year we got a little skip.
Yeah, we're all loaded up. So all you Ford guys, we got you guys the trash cans back, and it was brilliant because we partnered up with Seth, and like I said last year, it was pretty funny. I told Seth that we wanted to make these trash cans, and of course he made them. Seth's my partner at Switch, and it was funny because we never had to dump them. They just got stolen. They took the trash with them. But this year, yeah, we got a whole gang of them. And I think that, I'm not sure, but I think we did something for you two Dodge boys too. So you might want to look at those when you get a chance. Nice.
So the Dodge boys, the Ford guys, showing some love on the trash cans. 2 years ago, we went to Seth's. That was the final 1 year show, and Seth had a little fun, like Saturday was crazy. We did the cruise, we did the races, the little trike races. We had a blast. Last year, 2-day show. Saturday was a full day. It was a full fun day. We had the King of Beats, aka Sammy Castronova, and the Beat Off. Anything going on this year, or just slow and low? That is the tempo.
Well, I would tell you one thing, that the whole Beat Off thing was fun. And that's why when you look at Sam on the flyer, Brian made him, where that was the whole thing. That's actually Sam on the flyer. Of course, that's John on the front. But then the event actually the venue vetoed the sound of the outside stereo stuff, even though it wasn't that annoying. But but it was loud, and unfortunately, there's tenants there, so that I wasn't able to pull that off. Now since the pavilions is back open, we're going to be doing a cruise, and I'm going to get Alex, from El Paso to help me with that, because he's good at all that stuff. And so it'll be a cruise, and we'll set that up around 6:00. And then we'll just, of course, we'll have Grinder out there filming, which, is just a badass. And, I'm sure there'll be some other guys filming too, but we're going to line up a cruise. I'll kind of put that out there a little bit later on. And then we'll take a cruise over to the pavilions. For you guys don't know, it's kind of a local cruise spot. They've changed their hours, so it's only open from 3 to 8:00. Which is unusual, but hey, it's Scottsdale, so but it's gonna be a nice drive. So we'll do that Saturday night, and then the other. Let's see here. So we wanted to always do something with Switch. The problem is, by the time we do this 2-day thing, everybody's so wrung out that there's just not enough time to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and for you guys that haven't been, and let's say this is your maiden voyage, and you're going to come out to the Get Down. So, what's changed in the last 2 years? The biggest significant change is the venue, which you've probably heard of that. Well, Westgate is an entertainment district. So it's an absolute humongous area. The Cardinals, the Phoenix Cardinals, Arizona Cardinals, the Coyotes. So there's restaurants, there's hotels, and there's a big ass parking lot. So when you leave and you go cruise and you go to the pavilions, or you want to go see a lake or the desert or a cactus or anything, well, you get to come back that night. So if you stay in that vicinity of where the hotels are in the main part of the Get Down, you're going to be able to link up with some friends. You're going to be able to go have a cold one at one of the local restaurants that's right there. So it's really an action-packed area.
Well, the cool part about it is, and really I'm not this smart, but it worked out well where we've chose a venue that is conducive to letting us grow even bigger. Plus it has all these amenities that we need. So, a lot of times you bring in your family and there's stuff for the kids to do. There's bowling, there's all kinds of stuff. There's Top Golf. There's a bunch of junk that you could do. And maybe your wife's not, we're all out Sausage Fest in the parking lot with dudes, and she wants to go do something else. There's something cool for you to do. Plus, all the hotels in that district are nice. Like all the sheets match. You know what I mean? We've all been to some of those, right? So the idea is it's kind of a little bit for everybody. So a lot of people come out and really take a little bit of a family vacation around this, which is, an amazing time. And there's a couple differences. Like, unfortunately, the way this district is they, there's really no, and when we went to some of these events, me and you, there was a lot of partying out in the hotels. unfortunately, this is the Marriott. It's a different district. So they don't want drinking in the parking lot. They want you drinking in those bar areas, which is like a Las Vegas feel outside. There's like 20 bars in a row and all kinds of stuff to do. So the idea is that, that is part of the culture, is to have some of that. But that in that parking lot is, unfortunately, they're just, they just don't allow that, So it's not like it's, kind of a bummer, but at the same time, it's part of the culture, what we do. But at the same time, it's 5 steps away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all there. It's all right there. And you can cruise, you can come back. If you're going to go to the pavilions, that's a pretty good little jaunt. So if you're leaving Westgate and you're going to go to the pavilions, I'm going to say, just pulling it out of my arse, depending on how we would roll. I mean, you're looking at probably a 75-mile round trip. If you
it's like 31 miles one way over there.
Well, that's 62 miles round trip. So, we'll go 65. So,
well, we're gonna drive really fast.
Yeah,
so it's gonna seem really.
We'll go 65. So, because I'm like, really, because the way Phoenix is, it's such a big grid. But to get to Westgate and get to the pavilions, it's just not real gritty. It's not real easy. So it's not hard, but it's not. It's
there's a freeway right there that's flat as glass, and we'll
the 101 is easy money. Just like when we used to go from the old shop and then go up and over and around to Good Guys. So that was a good time. You brought up the hotels. Now, are we sold out? Is there still, if somebody hasn't gotten their hotel, what should they be thinking?
Well, in that district, like you said, we have about 1,200 hotel rooms already. We used up all the blocks we could use. Unfortunately, that's also a game weekend on Sunday for the Cardinals. So we usually get all 300 rooms in the Marriott. We got 220 this year, which is still a lot, which is super sick hotel. But yeah, we used up all the blocks. Now, you have no problems there in that district. There's probably 15 hotels, from the Holiday Inns to, cheaper hotels. So if you check that district of the zip code, you should be able to find a hotel with no problems.
Yeah. And something to consider that I know a lot of people have done, and you probably should have already done it, but the VRBOs, where you rent a thing, you got 6 buddies coming out from Texas, wherever it is that you're coming out from, you get a hotel or a VRBO, you rent a house, you got a little bit more parking, something like that. But yeah, there's tons of hotels all around. You might just have to go a little bit further. And like you said, just Google it, zip code it, reach out. And I would be honest with you, you might take a flyer. There might be some hotel cancellations because, as times get closer, people, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. And then some rooms free up. So check, keep watching that.
One of the things that's important, I get this a lot of times, is, hey, where do I keep my truck? Is it safe? And the Marriott has there's parking and there's security all night. That's the reason why they kind of watch the drinking in the parking lot, because like I said, unfortunately, it's a super high traffic area. So they're just not going to allow you to be out in front of the hotel drinking. But there's lots of places to keep your truck secure. We've had great luck. We put on more security. And like I said, the actual venue of the Dino's Get Down, Thursday and Friday night, I have police in the, where the vendors are at, keeping everything safe. And there might be some, like I said, benefits to, like leaving your truck inside the parking garage too. They keep all that really tidy as far as watching out for it,
Okay. We're looking for it. Okay, we're looking forward to it. November in Phoenix, the mid-month there, 11th, 12th, 13th, if you're thinking about that Thursday night, Trey Foose, Trey 5, Frank over at Eye Candy Paint. Those two are right next to one another. They're just up the road. That'll be a pre-party. Weather's going to be phenomenal. November 12th, Friday, November 13th, all day Saturday. And then Sunday, the 14th, hugs and kisses, get on the plane, get in the truck, get going home. And looking forward to a great weekend in the 11th annual. I mean, it's crazy to think about that. The 11th annual Dino's world famous, the biggest, the baddest, the raddest GM Chevy truck show in the free world.
I'm telling you what, I'm stoked. And thanks for letting me be on there. And like I said, the truth is, me and you guys all went to these shows and we have the most delicious weather. Sorry, we beat you guys and all that. That's for shizzle, because our weather is nice. You know what I mean? So
yeah, in November, hey, for you guys out there listening, First of all, thank you for tuning in. Second of all, imagine Dino. I saw him at all these shows throughout the year. That dude should have lost 100 pounds every time I saw him. He's sweating his balls off.
Oh my God.
He's a sweater.
I'm Italian. It was like I was in court. I was like, Jesus.
Well, the one video I posted from SETN, I had to put the powder on there. John, we're gonna get them sponsored by freaking Gold Bond. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Gold Bond.
I heard they're gonna be a vendor out there. Yeah,
that's shit. Big Jim and the twins were freaking working out at the gym. They were sweating their balls off, literally. So, all right, Big Cat. Well, we look forward to it. We're just about, by the time this drops, it's gonna be about 3 weeks away, which is just crazy. So we'll be headed up to SEMA, and then we'll come back, and then we'll be ready to rock. We'll be ready to roll. So thanks as always, brother.
Always. Thanks, you guys. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Awesome stuff, right? Thanks, Big Cat, for sitting down and giving us the update for you guys. We're looking forward, hanging out, seeing everybody. Get Down is just around the corner. Have a safe week. Stay out of trouble. Do what you do. Please like it, love it, share it, and leave a review. Peace.